Griffith J. Griffith was born in Wales in 1850 and came to America as a teenager. He was working as a journalist and mining advisor before making his fortune in Mexican silver mines and subsequently Southern California real estate. During a tour abroad, Griffith had discovered the great public parks of Europe and decided that his home, Los Angeles, would need a great park for the public in order to become a great city. In December of 1896, 3,015 acres of land surrounding the observatory was donated to the city of Los Angeles by Colonel Griffith J. Griffith. In December of 1912, he offered the city of Los Angeles $100,000 for an observatory to be built on the top of Mount Hollywood, to be fully owned and operated by the city of Los Angeles. Griffith's plan for the observatory would include an astronomical telescope open to free viewing, a hall of science designed to bring the public into contact with exhibits about the physical science, and a motion picture theater which would show educational films about science and other subjects. In 1916, with his health failing, Griffith realized that his vision of a public observatory would not be realized in his lifetime. He drafted a will containing bequests for a public observatory and a Greek theater, along with detailed specifications regarding the nature of the observatory, its location, and its offerings. Griffith died on July 6, 1919. Construction began on June 20, 1933, using a design developed by architect John C. Austin, based on preliminary sketches by Russell Porter. A major earthquake in Long Beach in March of 1933, just as construction plans were being finalized, led the architects to abandon the planned terracotta exterior in favor of strengthening and thickening of the building's concrete walls. Lower than usual prices caused by the Great Depression enabled the selection of the finest materials of the day for the interior walls, floors, and finishes, making the building both beautiful and durable. The architects added a number of touches of Greek revival to the contemporary Art Deco style, such as fluting from the Greek classic orders, and also neatly paired up with the Greek theater, which was built nearby in 1929 as an open-air auditorium with a capacity of almost 6,000 seats. The observatory and accompanying exhibits would be open to the public on May 14, 1935. On that day, the Griffith Trust transferred ownership of the building to the City of Los Angeles, the city's Department of Recreation and Parks, called the Department of Parks at the time of the transfer. A large statue with 6 imposing figures greet you at the front of the observatory. The astronomer's monument on the front of the observatory pays homage to the 6 of the greatest astronomers of all time. The Griffith Observatory, with its scenic views and close proximity to the motion picture studios, has been featured in over 40 movies and numerous television shows and even music videos since it was first built. The observatory was featured in 2 major sequences of the James Dean reel Rebel Without a Cause in 1955, which helped to make it an international emblem of Los Angeles. A bust of Dean was subsequently placed at the west side of the grounds. Another notable movie that the observatory would make an appearance in was James Cameron's 1984 movie, Terminator. In 1991, Paula Abdul's music video, Rush Rush, featured a young Keanu Reeves, which recreated the iconic scenes from the 1955 movie Rebel Without a Cause. The observatory closed on January 6 of 2002 for a renovation and major expansion of the exhibit space. It reopened to the public on November 2, 2006, retaining its Art Deco exterior. The $93 million renovation, paid largely by a public bond issue, restored the building as well as replaced the aging planetarium dome. The building was expanded underground with a completely new exhibits, a cafe, gift shop, and the new Leonard Nimoy Event Horizon Theater. In fact, the construction would be featured in the 2007 Michael Bay's movie The Transformers, starring Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox. In 2016, La La Land, the American music romance film starring Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling, had scenes filmed in and around the Griffith Observatory. Today, the Griffith Observatory has attracted millions of tourists, astronomers, students, and local residents alike with its stunning views, exhibits, educational tools, as well as a historical piece of Southern California history. Admission to the building and grounds of the Griffith Observatory is free of charge. Planetarium shows at the observatory are offered 8 times a day on weekdays and 10 times a day on weekends. A nominal fee is charged for admission to the planetarium shows. Parking is about $10 an hour, and you can park in the parking lot and down the hill. Make sure you have a credit card or a debit card because the parking meter does not take cash. Another disclaimer, in these movies you see the characters are seen driving their cars up to the planetarium and parking at the front. You cannot park in the front courtyard, and there's plenty of cones and parking attendants advising you of that. When I visited the grounds, there were thousands of people walking around and traffic was quite heavy. The Griffith Observatory boasts some of the best views of the city. The best time to visit is at sunset. Inside the observatory offers quite the experience, as well as it has a planetarium, various exhibits, free-to-use telescopes. This is a fabulous place to visit. It also provides a bird's-eye view of LA. The Hollywood signage is so close to this place as well. The observatory itself is a great place to kindle interest in space and astronomy. The top level can get incredibly busy and crowded, so it is kind of difficult to see and get up close to some of the displays. The bottom level, which is right here, was more open and more accessible. Multiple areas had interactive exhibits, lots of educational boards, and there were even restrooms too. Another tip, if you need to use the restrooms when you first arrive to the planetarium, don't go to the ones next to the upper level parking lot. The lines can get really bad, and the restaurants are about as clean as the ones you would find at a public park or the beach. Nasty. So if you want a little cleaner restrooms, go into the planetarium and use the bathrooms downstairs where the lower exhibits are. The lines are smaller and the bathrooms can be cleaner too. Over the years, I've been to this place many times. I've been here in the day as well as at night. The skyline at night is so impressive, it's amazing. The sunsets are equally amazing, and I would recommend getting that picture of the Hollywood sign around this time too. The exhibits are worth taking a look at, and if you do get a chance, please check out the shows that they offer. You can relive the wonders that James Dean as well as Keanu Reeves experienced when they watched the astronomy shows. It's really top-notch. So if you're going to visit this place, I'd give yourself at least a couple hours to fully take in everything. But if you're like me and has been here many times, I'd say 45 minutes or less is ample enough time to check it all out. One of the most memorable things about my visits to this planetarium was meeting David Caruso of CSI Miami fame. I got a picture with him, and instead of signing something, he gave me a baseball card type card with a pre-written autograph. He was a really nice guy. Thank you for watching. If you like this content, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Thanks.